Centraal en Brussel-Noord. Deze trein rijdt dan verder naar Genk. Chers voyageurs, dans quelques instants, nous arrivons à Bruxelles. Les premiers arrêts sont Bruxelles Midi, Bruxelles Centrale et Bruxelles Nord. Et puis continuera à Genk comme gare terminus.
Nous arrivons à Bruxelles Midi.
Wij komen aan in Brussel-Zuid.
Bruxelles Midi,
Brussel Zuid.
Heel specifiek. Straks gaan we naar andere. De auto, de blinde. Dus stel ik dat jullie een volgende zijn, ga ik naar de weesens van die auto marcheert. Dan kun je eventueel een deel laten stellen van de foto. Nu, ik heb wel de link gevonden van waar ik op mijn website. Met een bepaalde standplan van wifi. En ik spreek ze ook aan dat soms een week op moet gelegd. Dus ik ben er niet veel van gelezen. Ja, blijkt dat die instellingen, dat zijn expertinstellingen, dus daar staat vaak een slootje bij, dat dat gevoelige instellingen zijn. Dus
fuck you on, my phone? Motherfucker over there staring at me. There is no translation directly, so y'all go ahead and translate this text if you want to. Ooh, I'm guessing that's where that view was from, that video. We're showing like somewhere high up here, and I guess it's from there. I just got a good morning greeting from a really hot looking dude that came out of the city hall right there. He's wearing all black. That's a hot man. Is this thing closed? I was hoping it wouldn't be, because I would have gone up there. And tell me they're gonna do the facade thing. They're gonna keep the building's old facade and build some modern shit on the inside. Oh, come on, man. That gets me all kinds of fucked up. Of course, something that's not surprising. Out of service. You already know how it is in this motherfucking countries in the bathroom situation. You know what happened in Little Flanders? That was kind of funny. While I was waiting for the train. No, from the day when I came back from Valenciennes. Which was a few days ago, by the way. And yeah, I was standing there waiting for the Belgian train to arrive. And there were a group of Flemish motherfuckers there, also going back to Belgium. And one of them farted. And this motherfucker looked back at me like shocked, like as if, bro, that wasn't me. He was like, what the fuck? And looked back. I was like, bro, that wasn't me. That was one of y'all in y'all group that did it. Don't be staring back at me like you're shocked. If it was me, I would have said it. Well, not there, but now. I would have said if it was, but it wasn't me, bro. It seems like this thing is closed. Shit. I was really curious. I wanted to go up there. I'm guessing it would be for another time. Maybe with my mom. But my brother, that motherfucker, he never wants to stay with my sister. Actually, I was gonna take me, my mom and my sister to Sint-Truiden. And we would have climbed the Iser Tower. But then my mom was like, yeah, but we gotta go back for dinner. She's always concerned with dinner. Oh my goodness. She's always worried that she's gonna be tired to make dinner and shit. I'm like, why the fuck you worry about that? We'll order out. Or make my brother do dinner. some basic info. Just like in the title, we are in Sint-Truiden, province of Limburg, Belgium. No, not Limburg in the Netherlands. I had to say Belgium because that's also another province in the Netherlands with the same name. There's also a small town that's called Limburg here. I don't know if it was the town named after the province or the province was named after it. I have no clue. It's just like how Antwerp is Antwerp. But I think this is like right on the border between Limburg and Brabant, Flemish Brabant. Because the city before here is London. Don't confuse it with London. I'm not saying London, it's London. Kind of sounds like. But and that's still in Brabant. And here it's already Limburg. I mean, I can tell by the look of some houses. Let me go back to the market square because there's another little road I want to see. I just checked on the map and Liège is not far from here. Really not that far. I don't know, it takes probably 30 minutes to get there by train or 25 minutes. I'm guessing it takes less than a half hour. Cool. Of course, Hasselt is not far either. I think it's the second stop after this. But I was on the train to Genk. I think it's the train that comes from Blankenberge. I think that's the one. Because when I saw the departures here, it said Blankenberge, so I think that's the train I took, where it comes from. They dug up some ruins. Oh no, don't tell me they're going to destroy them. And I was talking about Liège before. I remembered some Walloon motherfucker got triggered because I made fun of them for still using receipts as tickets. You know, the same paper that they use for receipts. And he got really triggered by it. He said something about, I don't even know what he was on about. That it's better for the environment and you have to cut trees and... Bro, don't you gotta cut trees to make that paper as well? On top of that, the cardboard or the tickets made out of a thicker paper, those little card things, they can be recharged. The receipt tickets cannot do that unless you use like a code. You recharge with the code, but then that shit is gonna fade away, and that wastes even more paper than a cardboard ticket. It's obvious that the motherfucker got triggered because he said, well, we don't care about your insults. Then he wrote in French. He wrote that whole shit in English, and then at the end he wrote in French that we don't give a fuck about your insults. On s'en va de tes insultes. I wasn't exactly insulting it. I was criticizing and making a little bit of fun of. It's such an obvious French thing, a French speaker thing. They reply to you in English and then at the end they say some shit in French. Why the fuck do they do that? Just say it in English, man. Just say, I don't give a fuck about your insults, bitch. Well, obviously you do, because you commented on my video. You could have just said, well, that's just how it works around here. Because if you weren't triggered, you wouldn't be like trying to explain that the reasoning for receipt tickets. And it's like for easier. I think he also said easier for the controllers as well. I'm like, what are you talking about? What I said in the video was back in the day, in 1925. That's what I compare their tickets with. There would be a train controller person, like on the trams, that would check your ticket and give you one. But they would give you like a little receipt thing, I think. I don't know what it was in Wallonia back then with the trams, but that's why I felt it like that receipt ticket felt like a thing from back then. And he completely misunderstood that shit. That's also a thing with these motherfuckers. They misunderstand everything. I know English shouldn't be mandatory, but try to learn the context first. And learn English properly before you start saying shit that gets me confused. And I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because you got my shit all out of context. Oh, also, the insults. I wasn't exactly insulting. I call everything and everyone a motherfucker. That's just how I talk. I wasn't insulting. Well, is that the reason why you got triggered? Like, I wasn't insulting y'all. That's just how I call everybody a motherfucker. Look, that bird there. Look at that motherfucker. Look at these motherfucking trees. Look at this motherfucking branch. Look at that motherfucking chicken there with nice ass feet. They're like the ones that have feathers on their feet. Look at this motherfucking tiny ass leg. See, I'm not insulting these things. I love this shit. This is beautiful. This motherfucking park is beautiful. Okay, now it sounds like I'm triggered. No, I'm not. It's fine. You can say whatever, but sometimes what gets to me is that they don't understand English too well. They don't get the context sometimes. Even the Dutch, the Flemish, sometimes they don't understand context, English context very well. And they start rambling about other stuff that gets me all kinds of confused. I would say another example, but let me go put this bottle. Who was the dumbass that dropped the fucking bottle in here? There's a fucking trash here. Is that too much? To just walk a little few meters to put this motherfucking thing in the trash? Stupid ass motherfucker. Pretty sure that's the trash. There you go. Now it's clean. I can't stand these motherfuckers dropping plastic all over the place. They're the reason why we have the bottle caps that are glued onto the bottle. Because of that shit. I do remember back in the day I used to see a lot of bottle caps on the ground. For some reason. Ugh, look at this. This asshole. This bitch ass motherfucker with his stupid ass beard. Look at this shit. Look at that big shit. Looks like a mountain slope. You can land up. You could crash a plane against that shit. Oh, this goofy ass motherfucker. It's Leopold II, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, with that fucking beard, that's dumbass beard he had. That shit looks stupid even for the time, and that was the trend back then, having massive beards. That made 20-year-olds look like they're 40 or 50. Oh, look. It's that same bird I saw in Valenciennes. The Donald Trump bird. Well, this one looks a bit more handsome than the other one, to be honest. Maybe it's because I'm looking at him from the front. And that's the female, I guess? That's gotta be the male, because he's bigger. Oh, was he yawning? And that's the female. Really cute. Unless that's the same bird from Valenciennes and he followed me because I made fun of him for looking like Donald Trump. Look. Don't take it wrong, man. That was just a joke. Don't come chasing after me. You know what they also look like? They look like they're the mafia from the bird world. You see that haircut? What does it say right here? 2001, 2000. They didn't put in plaques here since 2000. Never mind. Since 1997. This is the oldest one, I say. Do they have the same names here? Or? No, I'm seeing different names for different year. The birth. Oh, this. Oh, okay. This must be the kids that were born in these years. It says Geboorteboom, the tree of birth. I think this is what it is. People that were born since 1997 until now, I guess. 2012 is below 1999, so I'm guessing they were going like this and then start there. "2008 is broken." Well, we had the financial crisis in 2008, so that's no surprise right there. The last update was in 2017, it seems, because they haven't put any more plaques since then. 2018 to 25 is missing. Why does the 2015 plaque look better than the 2017 plaque? Look at this, they built a little pool to have these people's balconies on it. That's a nice little feature, I like that. I would appreciate it. It'll soon be the time to go to eat. And for some reason there's like a ton of Arabs here. I thought that shit would be in Genk, but there's a lot of Muslim stuff around here for some reason. I was not expecting that, but but it's kind of like that all over Europe. So some places just less than others. I hope it's not gonna rain. I wasn't expecting to see sunlight, to be honest. Although it's kind of covered right now. Fucking clouds. It's kind of the same weather that it was when I went to Valenciennes in France. except it was a bit more humid. There's a gazebo here, a kiosk or whatever they call this thing. I'm guessing the water, these are like holes where the water pumps are at. Nice little feature. Is this real? Oh yeah, it's real wood. I mean, it has to be because it says right there this was built in 1907. But it seems like it was freshly painted not long ago. And the roof was replaced, maybe, or not. Could still be original. Anyways, really nice. I hope I'm going in the right way, because this looks like a nice ass neighborhood. I would live in one of these houses for sure if it was well modernized. On the inside, not the outside. Because I'm sick and tired of fucking old houses, living in them shits, cracking floors and getting splinters and dirty ass shit. It's like spider webs everywhere. It's just a gloomy atmosphere. Got me fucked up with that. We said when we moved out of the other house, we are never gonna live in another old house that isn't renovated. I don't mind if it was renovated in the 1980s or the 1990s, preferably 1990s plus. Hey, I've seen some old houses renovated in the 80s and it still looks nice. Man, can somebody come get their kid with that crying shit? Cemetery. I saw a person that died, that was born in 1927 and died in 1972. That's like the same year but inverted. It's a 7-2 instead of 2-7. The math. Look at this. Julie Hart, born 1908, died 995. So she didn't die, she died backwards. Instead of dying in the future, she died backwards. Obviously, I'm joking. I know that she didn't die in 900. She died in 1995, in my birth year, as a matter of fact. And there's a broken ass grave. Can I see skeletons? Are there skeletons? I don't see nothing. Look, I'm not out here trying to film skeletons and shit, but what is that shit? Is that a piece of stone? Or yeah, that's a piece of stone. Tripping. See this open ass grave. What the fuck happened to this thing, anyways? Was it the ground that started to cave in and the structure of the grave couldn't hold it anymore? There's a more empty stuff over here. I wonder if these are the spots of graves that were here um, and they just collapsed and they had to remove them. What are these people? World War II veterans, maybe? Because I see died in 1970s. Okay, so okay, they are World War II veterans and the World War I as well. Oh, because it say 1893. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, got some World War II and World War I veterans. Shout out to them, you know, for fighting for our freedom and stuff. Is this better than the just plain white graves? These have more details and stuff. Somebody left flowers of family members from a World War I veteran. They still have family around. It was probably like a great grandpa or an uncle, great uncle, something. That's nice. You come to see your dead relative that died in, or no, he didn't die in World War I or II. Because I think it said he died in 1946 or some shit. A lot of them died in the 1970s. Mathematically, it makes sense because they were born in the late 1800s or early 1900s. There's another broken ass grave. Another one. Oh dear. See, this is just typical Belgium. They just leave the shit rot and they're over there arguing about restoring and fixing the graves. And that shit takes years, and meanwhile this shit just keeps falling apart even more. Because these motherfuckers can decide. That's why Belgium is the way it is. But then Portugal, don't even let me get started on that motherfucker. Because those assholes, oof. I just think that the graves there, at least in the cemetery that I saw, they were taken care of. I guess as soon as the last family members of these people die, that's it. The graves are left. But still, they gotta have some descendants. Das was der Familie John Levens German? It says der Familie. That's a German thing. Phrasing. When did they die? It doesn't say dates. Probably fell off. Wait, 1946, 1938? Look. Or the one died in 1946, the other in 1938. Something is not mathing here. This cemetery is messing with me. I have some weird ass dates. People that were born and died in adversity years, and ladies that were born in the 19th century and died in the 10th century. Again, I have to emphasize, I know they didn't die there. I'm joking. I am joking. Because there's probably going to be some Belgian out there that's going to see my videos and it's going to misinterpret my whole shit. I mean, is it so difficult to have a broom and just broom this shit and a sponge of water? That's it. You don't got to do much. Do they want me to do that for them? Give me a broom and a hammer and I'll fix this shit. Like leaving it like that. It's kind of fucked up. Another grave that's fucked up. 19, is that 1961 or 1861? I can't tell. Okay, so I think they were born in 1880s and died in 1961. I mean, for 1961, this grave is hella degraded. Can barely see. I mean, 1961 isn't that long ago. Well, it feels like a long ass time ago, but it's not really. Oh, a baby. Oh, these are baby graves. Look at this. This child died the day after he was born. Look at this. 1978. 78 again back there. 79. 1980. This is just sad. 1977. 1 month later. 1 month and 9 days. This child lived. Damn, there's a lot of 1977s. 76, 75. Holy shit, that bird scared the shit out of me. I'm guessing these graves are in numerological order. Almost had a twist of the tongue there. This one looks a bit more modern. Oh, it's from 1976. But it looks brand new. Yeah, I guess the parents are still alive. Look, fresh. Fake roses. That's ironic. Oh, also died a day later, this baby. That is fucked up. Man, I've been filming for 9 minutes in the cemetery. Holy shit. Let me just cut a bit and explore myself. Are they putting this whole building on sale? Holy shit. Hey, modernize the inside and I'm in. He's following me, y'all. I'm telling you, he's pissed off. I called him Donald Trump. Bruh. This drink made me trip. Because I was drinking it. It's not even sparkling, and it says non-sparkling. But I was explaining, there's like little things inside. It says right here, with jelly bites, shake it. So I should have shaken it, I guess. I didn't. Can I turn on the flashlight? Hold up. Let me see if I can turn on the flashlight. And we can poke inside. Is this thing on? Well, it is on, but it's not. There you go. Oh, I can see the little shits. Look. I can see them. There you go. Damn, it's full of them. It got me tripping a second ago because I thought I had swallowed an insect or some shit. Hell no. Saw an Indian restaurant and it made me think, you can pretty much drive from India to here. It's not impossible because Asia and Europe are pretty much the same landmass. Which we would call, I guess, Eurasia. But that's crazy when you think about it. Just like how you can drive from Lisbon to Beijing. That's possible. It would just be hella difficult because you have to get passports and stamp and all that shit. And you probably also have to get a license plate for some countries. As a matter of fact, I think you could even drive from here to South Africa if you wanted to. But then of course geopolitical situations wouldn't be really favorable for some countries. iPhone time. Don't know why though. I'm going home anyways. If I hurry the fuck up, I should get there to the station 3 minutes before the train leaves. Which sucks, because I kind of wanted to wait a bit. It's always nice to wait a little bit in the station, especially when it's one of those 2 platform stations only. It's just like silence and shit. I was actually surprised to know that London has actually multiple platforms. I thought it only had 2. But I guess it has a switch somewhere. Also, Sint-Truiden is kind of like what again? It sits between a single train line. There is no switch here. I think only in London and Hasselt probably. So it's like this city is right in the middle. That explains the 2 single platforms. But of course you can also take different trains to other different destinations. Because the train then just has to go in a different direction. Another turn point or whatever you call it. I thought I only had 7 minutes left, but actually I have 17 minutes left. Because the train is at 15:19. I thought it was 15:09. I was tripping. On that I wouldn't be rushing, but so the timeline, the destinations are pretty much the same. It's either again St. Peter's, Gang, Blankenberge, again St. Peter's, Gang, Blankenberge, again St. Peter's, Gang. Are you serious? Well, it pretty much covers the most important cities, is Brussels, Leuven, Denderleeuw, Aalst, Hasselt, of course. There you go, Hasselt. Thought they were tripping. Also, there were a few Africans that sitting on the bench. Like, they sit it right when I sit it. And then I left because I wanted to check something. And they were saying, no, you can sit. I think I heard them say that in Dutch. That's my bad, man. But I just left because I wanted to check something inside the station. Not because they were sitting there. And the first class coaches should be around this area anyways. I didn't left that seat because they were sitting there. Oh my goodness, they probably thought I was being racist or some shit. That's fucked up. Man, I'm such a clumsy ass. Should have waited like 5 minutes in the seat and then left. Sometimes I don't realize it. Well, most times I can realize that shit, that it could be uncomfortable if somebody sits next to you and then you leave and you get left like thinking, okay, I'm sorry. You feel kind of bad if you leave too fast. And now I'm kind of embarrassed, to be honest. See, I'm a bit embarrassed right now. That's why I'm hiding here. Oh god, I'm kind of embarrassed by that shit. I mean, I usually don't care if people think I'm racist, but in this case, that looked like a racist thing I did, but I swear it wasn't. I feel so bad. that scene in Family Guy when Peter said, "Did I just do a racism?" Yo, I feel bad. I wanted to say sorry, but I feel so embarrassed and bad because that I. Okay, let's forget about it.